Yeah. Congratulate yourselves. Yes, you deserve a round of applause. Yeah, I've been getting these in the mail, these little things from the former president. And I want to see exactly what he got to say after January 6th. Because, we was predicting the January 6th uprising, and he was actually supposed to take it over. And he didn't. He didn't show up either. So all these guys, the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers and all these guys is just, okay. Republican candidates and nominees your immediate feedback on the top issues that are dominating the 2022 midterm elections. Your responses to the enclosed critical issue survey of the Republican National Committee are vital to prioritizing the... Yeah, I'm actually a Democrat, but the funny shit is, I can't vote Democrat anymore. So, hey, I got a nice little survey. I get surveys. He's still active, y'all. He's still active. I don't know how long he's going to take before they take him in. So far, they haven't subpoenaed him, but they did impeach him after he got out of office. Welcome to the Time Travel Investigation. I'm your host, Mr. Eric Carthage, still active, live on duty. Excuse me. Still sipping plenty of shit that I'm a little embarrassed about because I'm broke. So if you want to like, subscribe, all that shit, please do so. All I need is a like and a subscribe, share. Somebody else will pay me. Feel me? That's how it works. Anyway, so Time Travel Investigation 2021. It was supposed to be 20, and then I didn't write anything for it, so we're in 21 now. So I got names here. So Montauk hit the radar plenty of times before with Bashago and McIntosh. I'm gonna throw his name out there on purpose, see if it paradoxes him or not. Probably won't. But let's see what happens. He's been talking about Montauk a lot. This guy Rocko Fowler. So there's a difference between I believe the story, don't believe the story, and the guy's been saying so much that whether I relate to the story, it makes it even more powerful because I've been doing my research. I have my own little experiences, but I've never been to Montauk, so he's been doing lots of stuff, been on his show, chatted it up with him and another guy, Andre Little. There was a crystal there. It was a fun thing. It was fun. Talked a lot about time travel and stuff like that. Rocko and Andre, their year is 2044. So I'm trying to figure this out. So what happened to, when McIntosh was talking about it, what happened to, Ann Coulter? It ain't gonna happen. That's just out of line, Maybe McIntosh has a different VP in mind. I don't know how this timeline is playing out, but I'm prepared for anything. Let's see, more McIntosh, the less. Hey, if somebody doesn't want you to use their music, you don't use their music. If somebody doesn't want you to represent them, you don't represent them. I always have that right. I could choose who wants to represent me or not. It's very easy. It's very easy. Blocking people is even easier. Anyway, point is, I did get an email. It's got a lot of Young Astronauts Club stuff on it. A lot of remixes. I'm gonna pretty much comb through that, as well as a lot of stuff that Rocko has been sending me. He's been sending me like you think this is the modern life? Yeah. Hold his beer. I've been holding his beer. He hasn't been drinking. I have. You've been smoking that good shit though. I ain't gonna lie, right? He's been dealing with this guy Christopher Waters. I think his name is Jacob Waters. he's a problem. I got to give him a big time shout out. I was on his podcast the other day. One of the proofs that I have, like, for some reason, time travel is his thing, and he does like 24-hour podcasts. Like, he's on some David Blaine shit with it, and I understand how he does it. You know, I totally understand how he does it. And the last time on a lot of these podcasts, when I'm on video, like, I disappear. I can, like, it's weird. Like, it takes out my voice sometimes. Then I disappear. It's weird. I don't know how that happens. And to be honest, because I know exactly what type of shit I'll be talking all the time. Yeah, when that happens, hopefully I've said everything that I needed to say before anything happens. Aaron Moriarity, I probably said it wrong. It could be more Reality. He's been doing lots of stuff with Bashago. I managed to, jump on his broadcast like randomly. It was a good session. He remixed it too, and it was like, my name's getting out there. It's pretty good. I'm gonna keep putting their names out there on purpose, and we have a whole disclosure movement. That's what I'm about. Disclosure movement. So we talked a lot. I'm gonna put their links. I'm gonna put all of their links on the bottom, including Rocko. You know what I mean? We did like this thing on Twitch, with Crystal and them. He's got a girl, and she's a problem. And yeah, I've been like connecting with people, just trying to build with whoever knows time travel or whatever. With Andre Little, it's like, I had to break it down for everybody. I got my years. I have years. 2023 is approaching. So it's like, the more I get into this stuff, the more the better. Any looks into the future, I'll put it this way. We're allegedly moving faster. The Earth is moving faster than it's supposed to be. So we're going to have like a leap second. It's going to turn into a couple of leap seconds. I just recently, the reason why I'm like, all right, time to jump on here now. We got leap seconds. You got 24 could turn into 20. 30 could turn into 24. 30 minutes could turn into 24. It could be that. It could get weird. It could turn into a metric. It's called a metric time system. A metric time system. So, with that said, one of the other visions I got was a time machine where it's a sphere. It's a sphere. Nobody's ever seen this shit, but I'm gonna describe it to you in complete detail. All right. Nobody's ever seen this shit, but after a certain amount of remote viewing and worrying about everything, like it's like a sphere. It's an electromagnetic pulse that's electrically makes the sphere move, and it makes a sound. It's almost like I would compare, not the Minority Report. It's some sort of movie, but lately I've been seeing people compare things to movies. They might not be real. Just saying. But this thing is like a zzz, and like this pulse goes around the thing, and you start to move, and it goes, and you disappear, and it's like this little in the sky, like right in the middle of the. You could be in the middle of nowhere. It could go right through. If you do this right, and your calculations is right, you could go straight ahead, and you won't go into whatever material is in front of you when you go at that speed, and you just disappear. You reappear in another time. I don't know what the calculations are, but I know the technology, and it's pretty fucking frightening. It's a little frightening. But Shago's active. It's not like Aaron ain't talking to people for no reason. He's got other guests. Aaron Moriarity. I used to say Aaron Molarity. He's got other guests, so there's other people that are aware of like this whole time soldier and super soldier thing. I'm gonna get into that in a second. Cause I was saying that before, nobody was listening, then all of a sudden this stuff is popping up again. So I'm like, yep, I know about that. I was researching it. I found that, personally, you don't have to believe, you don't have to take my word for it. Reading Rainbow. Alright, so Daniel Dean's new Apex TV show. So I was watching this one, right? This is my take on it. Because I love me some Apex. I always. I don't care what y'all say. Always. I'm gonna be an Apex TV diehard. I don't care. I'm a Macintosh loyalist. I don't represent him. He don't represent me. We good. Still love me some Astronauts Club. Whatever. See if he becomes president. Alright? But point is, Daniel Dean does this. Now, he's from 2033. He comes back to 2022 to tell us about what he did in 2060. There's rules. And he knows exactly what rules not to break. So he could tell us all about 2060 just the way Noah the time traveler, if he was real, told us all about 120 and stuff that'll happen. But he started breaking down too much shit about 2028. He comes all the way back just to say, yeah, in 2060, I was over there. He's going, like, these are vacations. Like, he stays in 2022 just to, talk some shit. It's definitely not his real name if he's real. He knows better. I'm sure he does. If he doesn't, God help him. Like, so many different things can be paradoxed between 2033, 2022, and 2060. AIs are a big deal. They're a big deal. The idea that they, like, at 2038, they're able to put people... This is what was revealed by my AI, right? I got an AI. Yes, I have an AI. It doesn't suck my dick either. It's just just so we're clear. Point is, in 2038, they should be able to have a technology that you can plug into virtual reality and stay there. They're already experimenting with the stuff with the Oculus. They're experimenting with it. And people that are savvy with video games have already accepted that these things are now AIs. The AI is like learning my moves, man. You know what I mean? The motherfucking AIs, man. I see these streams all the time. Oh, shout outs to all those streams that are playing them 92 Street Fighter games. I love y'all so much. Like the old school streams, oh my God, I can't get enough of those. I really can't. It brings me back so many memories. Like Mega Man, Mega Man. Nintendo, Entertainment System. The Sega Genesis, I'm still a Sega Genesis person, but Nintendo, you couldn't get around Nintendo. You could not get around. Everybody needed a Nintendo for either their birthday or their Christmas. Programming. If this is a simulation, I also watched this movie called The Mandela Effect. I recommend it. Programming is a thing. So if you know how to program your mind, if you know how to program and use certain words in certain languages, you could program this. You could reprogram your whole life. It's a simulation. You're thinking this shit on the fly. You may not know it yet. You may not be conscious of it. And that's why you sleep. The system needs to reboot. If you don't sleep, it crashes. Make sense? Alright. So, last but not least, I'm going to finish it off with the Max Spiers ghost. I was investigating a lot of his stuff, and I suggest you do too. He said this thing about going to Mars in like a couple seconds. That's what triggered me. I'm going to leave it at that. He has a lot of issues going on with his stuff, with his story. There's a lot of channelers out there and they're figuring out how to help people with remote viewing recollect stuff. I'm looking for y'all. I need help. I need help. I need help. It's almost 2023. It's 1 year away. 1 year away. And I don't know. Maybe I'll be able to time travel on purpose. For real, for real. I think I'm doing it now, you know? We all are. So, with that said, it's such an easy beat. But what struck me about it was it felt like a news reporter, like talking about some time travel, and I just grabbed it. Just grabbed it. He remixed, Macintosh remixed it. It's called Hiroshima. Thank you to the Japanese, NATO, and all that. And it's not like we could just time travel about a year or a month ago, you know, to figure out why I'm doing this shit, right? Just saying. Stay safe, y'all. Monkeypox is out there. Just don't rub up on anything. Real simple. That's how it works. It's not gonna. You're not gonna catch monkeypox by coughing on somebody, but be careful what you rub up on. Now is the time to really be careful with what you touch. Get them gloves out, you know? Oh, and get some ammonia. With that said, I think I'm done. 17 minutes, I'm done. Eric Carthage signing out. See you on Time Travel Investigation 22. That's going to be the hard one. Thank you, Rocko. Keeping in contact. Andre. Jacob. Yeah. And even you, Macintosh. I had a little fan page, and I had to shut it down. So, you know, I won't be held responsible for a lot of stuff. Alright, with that said, I'm out. What fan page? Right. What fan?